Hi, hello, it's Pip here. It's just turned 12 o'clock. It's Monday the 7th of October and today it is my Moody Monday pick-me-up video, trying to give you a little bit of sunshine and cheer in your life on a Monday. Well, it was drizzly here, but it's got a little bit better. The sun is trying to break through the clouds. I'm not quite sure whether it will succeed or not today. I haven't seen a weather forecast for ages, but anyway, today we are looking at the Let It Snow suite, but I don't have the stamps or the punch. I know, shock horror, I don't have everything, but I love the papers and I love the little embellishment kit, which we'll go through in a moment, but I felt like I didn't need a snowman punch. I don't know why. It's just, it wasn't something that drew me in the catalogue. And you know what, we don't all have to love everything, do we? So, but I do like making snowman cards, which I know sounds a bit strange, but I just thought, do you know what, I can make them with the embellishment kit and the papers. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Also, I met my lovely customer and friend Sue on Friday when I was in Hobbycraft demonstrating, and she was talking about how to make gift bags or little gifts for her customers. And she said that she was going to buy stuff, but it was going to cost her a fortune. And I said, no, don't buy stuff, make stuff. So I'm going to show her how to make, and you, how to make some of these little pinch bags, which means you can still put some little sweeties inside. You know, you can still give them as lovely gifts to your customers. We'll make some little tags for them. But they don't have to cost you a fortune. You can get 4 bags from 1 sheet of paper, which means with, let's have a look, 4 12s, 48, you could get 48 from 1 pack of paper. So that's 48 bags for the price of, what, £13? That's not bad. So yeah, so there you go. So I'm going to show you how to do those. You can make them in all different kinds of colours. And if you get the little 6x6, you don't even have to, so if you had the perfect plaid, for example, you wouldn't even have to cut your paper up. So that's very quick and easy. So let me just have a look, show you the gorgeous little embellishment kit. Not only does it come in a very nice box, but in the little kit you get some glittery washi tape. This is like the washi that we had in the magic, oh, what was it called? The one with the dragon, it had the dragon on it, the mermaid, unicorn and knight, I think, was on it, and it had this silvery, it's basically like our glimmer paper but in a roll. Can you see how that's shimmering and shining? I can just about catch it. I caught it a minute ago, but it has little sort of sparkly bits in. Anyway, so that's that. Then we have these felt elements here, 1 2 3 4, in the main colors of the suite. So that's real red, coastal cabana, shaded spruce and flirty flamingo. Yum. And then you get a bag of snow. Okay, lots of different polystyrene, tiny little balls of different shapes and sizes. So interesting to use, I would imagine. I'm going to give that a try. And then you get these, which are lots and lots of snowman noses, snowman arms, snowman buttons and snowman eyes. Oh look, everybody's on. I've missed you all. Who have we got on here? Suzanne, Lisa, Ruth, afternoon Suzanne, Jackie's on. Suzanne, don't mind fuzzy cutting, the snowman doesn't look fiddly. No, exactly, yes, we're going to talk about that. Linda and Sandra, oh, everyone's on today. Hello, lovely to see you all. So yeah, so this little kit of embellishments is great, and it really helps you when you're working with your papers. So we're going to make a couple of cards, but first of all I want to show you the papers. So this is one side, lots of snowmen, lots of mittens, lots of sparkly, can you see how sparkly they are? Oh, sparkly snowmen there, and more sparkly snowmen here. Now these ones, I believe this one cuts out from the punch, but I don't have the punch, so I can't tell you. However, pretty easy to cut out by hand. Then you've got sparkly hats. Look at that, little sparkly baubles and sparkly bits on those hats there. Can you see that? Oh, let me just try and cut. There we go. Look, see? Look at this. Cute. And other kind of hats. And then trees. Ah, sparkly trees. This is actually my favourite sheet. Can you tell why? Because it's got blue and pink on it. It's just lovely. So yeah, that's my favourite one, and the one I immediately went, oh, I could make a card out of that. So those are the papers, and then on the other side, of course, you have the plain side, which sometimes we have to use. So we've got stripes, or you want to use. We've got snow, we've got red stripes, we've got red snow. Is that a thing? Who knows? Red snow, snowflakes, and then mixed stripes. So that's nice. So they're lovely on both sides. And I have been chopping them up a lot. But let's have a look first of all at these lovely little boxes, because they're really cute. Now this is from a design that my friend Rhonda showed me in 2014. Okay, so when I say there's nothing we haven't seen, there's nothing you haven't seen already before, that truly I've done these lots of times, but they are so cute. This one's a little bit smaller. This is a newer version of it. And you could just leave it as an open top box and put a cellophane bag in it. Okay, that would also work. You could put a cellophane bag of goodies and sweeties and stuff. But this one's really cute, and you can fit like the mini Mars bars, the mini Twixes. Other chocolate is available, of course, but also chocolate sweets. So like these are not Christmas. These are my Halloween ones. Okay. But if we just, for example, show you these eyeballs, okay, obviously you wouldn't use eyeballs for Christmas, but maybe you would. But like you can fit these in, and you can fit quite a few of those in, and then when you close it up, it feels like quite nice. But you've only actually put in 5 little chocolates, okay? So you could put the tree decorations, you know, those chocolate tree decorations, those kind of things. They would all, now I've got to try and get my eyes back in now. That sounds funny. You know, but you could use lots of things, okay, lots of things for that. Morning, Ginny, glad you could be here. And Kat's joined. Hello, Kat. Hope you're having a nice break from work. So yes, so these are the little boxes. We're going to decorate them. I'll show you how to do that, but first of all I wanted to show you how to make the 2 different sizes. Okay, I'm going to change up and use hats, not mittens. Let's use some sparkly hats, because sparkly gift bags are always nicer than plain gift bags. So we need the trimmer. My new trimmer is on its way. It's in a box. I have 6 boxes. So if the UPS man calls and bing bongs on my bell, then I will have to stop, because I have all my last bits of my retreat, and also my trimmer in one of those boxes. So I think they're going to come tomorrow, to be fair, but just in case, I'm just warning you. Just in case. Okay, so we're going to put this here. So you're going to, I'm doing this in inches. You can do it in centimeters, but I haven't worked it out. Okay, so I learnt this in inches, so I work in inches for this particular box. So we're going to cut it at 6 inches. Okay, and then we're going to turn it round. And oh good, you're having a good lunch. And we're going to cut it at 6 inches again. So basically you're just going to cut one piece of paper into 4. Okay, easy. Now you can use your scoreboard or you can use your trimmer. I generally use my trimmer, as long as you're careful. Keep your cutting blade down here, don't touch it. Okay, this is all scoring. So we're going to score this at, I'm going to turn it over and score it this way so it bends easier. So I made myself a template. I always make myself a template like this, so it's easier to see and work out. So you're going to score 1 inch and 1 inch at both ends, and then 2.5 and 3.5 across one side. Okay, so 1 inch. I always use this side of the trimmer here to do small measurements. So 1 inch is there, just gently, because otherwise it'll go through. And then turn it around to 1 inch. This just enables you that if the paper has a bit of an issue, you're all right. Okay, so then this side, 2.5. There we go, gently, and 3.5. Okay. And that's it. Doesn't really get much easier than that, does it, to be fair? Then you need your scissors, and you're going to cut up this central piece here it's probably quite difficult to tell for you to see, but if I do my burnishing, you'll probably be able to see it better. So burnish away, and once you get into the rhythm of these, honestly, you can make loads in one sitting. They are so easy. I need to press just a little bit heavier on that for me, but there we go, down this end. Burnish that down there. I'll do the other burnishes in a minute, but hopefully now you can see a little bit better. See that crease there down the center? So you're just cutting up these tabs here. So cut up this side, and you're going to cut right up to that central score line. This side. There we go. Normally I'd bring this closer to my eyes, but maybe I need to put the crafting glasses on. Oh well, too late. There we go. I've got it now. Just about getting the light in the right place for me to see. Okay, and then you're going to burnish this side. So you're going to come up, find your score line, and burnish on this side too. And if I said to you, and that's it, you'd be like, what? No, surely there must be more to it than that. No, this is it. That's why I love this box so much. Well, it's a gift bag, really, isn't it? It's like a little pouch. It's a gift pouch. But you know, rather than spending, I think it was like 5 bags for £5 or something like that. It was going to cost her something. It's going to cost her something like 70 odd quid. I'm like, you can do, no, don't spend that amount of money. I mean, I know you like your customers. I like my customers. But if I could make a bag with a friend's help, especially, and I know her friend would definitely help her, why would you not do that? So there we go. So now we just need to glue it down. So this one's a bit on the squiff. That's my cutting up to the, I haven't cut quite up to the edge. Just make sure you cut right up in there. There we go. So that's it. Yeah, it's a bit better. So choose a side, any side. Choose card, any card that you want to put your ends on. Okay, so you always want to have 2 edges that face the same direction. So we're going to do Tombow down here, or you could use red tape or tear and tape. That is definitely slightly crooked there, Pet. What have you done? There we go. That's a bit better. I do not recommend snail. Snail won't hold up to the beating that you're going to give this as a pinch bag, because you're going to pinch it in a second, and snail would just ping off. So don't do that. So it's either Tombow or red tape. Tombow gives you a chance to get it right. Red tape, you have to know that you're going to get it right. Okay, just saying. So then pinch those together like so. Easy peasy. Pop these on top. I mean, if you've got a bag that's only going to go, maybe travel, not have to be put in place with a whole bunch of other stuff, then yeah, maybe go with snail. But when we had fast fuse was absolutely awesome for this stuff. I really hope we get a new, like, really solid snaily type glue for 3D work. I really do hope we get one of those in the next catalogue, maybe. Maybe in the summer, in the new annual, we might get some. That would be lovely. Right, okay, so once you've done that, I'm going to leave that to dry for a little bit. That's the first box done. Okay, did you see it? I hope I had that all and you could see all that. Yeah, okay, good. Right, so, oh, morning, Sarah. The next one is pretty much the same as the first one. Okay, just slightly different measurements, and I'm not going to pinch this one. I'm going to leave this one to go flat. So the measurements for this, 6 by 6, and instead of 1 we're doing 1.5. So 1.5, score. I'm going to score it a little bit more firmly. I was a little bit wussy on that lot. 1.5. Okay, and then 2 1/4 and 3 3/4. 2 1/4. And these are just such great, fabulous little gifts. No, sorry, I should have gone across this way. So don't spin that round. So sorry, that was my fault. So it's 2 1/4. Okay, and then move it straight to 3 3/4. Don't spin it round, otherwise you'll be in trouble. Okay, there we go. All right, I wasn't paying attention then, was I? But they're great team gifts, Christmas present gifts. You could, oh, morning Janice as well. Janice and Sarah's on. Excellent. Hello. You could do one for every day and turn it into, if you didn't fancy doing our countdown advent calendar, although why wouldn't you? But if you didn't and you wanted to do something a bit different, or you had things that wouldn't fit in the advent calendar, make your own little, make 24 of these. It'd only take half a sheet of paper, half a pack of paper, and there you go, 24 advent boxes all sorted. You could use our treat boxes for I mean, honestly, once you know how to make these little pouchy things, the world is your oyster, as they say. Right, so that's a bit better. So then cut down here. I can see these score lines a bit better now. Cut down these ones again. Again, all about the central tabs. Straight down here. Straight down this one. And straight down this one. Who's started their Christmas cards already? Anybody? Who's done? I mean, I know some of my girls. Oh, Gillian's on and Carol's on. Hi. So yeah, so I know some of my lovely team have, and I know some of my lovely customers have started their Christmas cards already. But anybody else started their Christmas cards already? Or Christmas decorations, or plans, or boxes, or anything? Because, we're in October now. It's creeping up on you, and before you know it, it'll be the 5th of November, and then the next month will go past in a whirl because it's Christmas the next month. So you'll have, like, fairs to go to, you'll have school plays and things to go to, you'll have work dinners and lunches and all that kind of stuff to go to, and soon it'll be Christmas and everyone will be like, I didn't manage to get half things done that I wanted to get done. So my plan of action, start now. Start now, and then at least you'll have got quite a bit done before the half term sets in, because I know some of you've got kids and stuff that you need to look after, or whatever, grandchildren to look after. So there we go. As I've been chatting, just made the next bit straight down here with my glue, and on this side I try and work two sides at once. I don't know why, it just makes it easier for me. But if you get a bit gluey, don't do that. Work whichever way suits you. Okay, you don't have to follow everything I do. Obviously most things I do are awesome, but if you don't work well with glue one side or the other, that's fine. There we go. So that one I'm going to leave like that, because you could easily pop a little cello bag of treats into that, or you could slide it onto the back of a very, very large box of chocolates, like a little, those little 4 chocolates or whatever you could do. You could pop it into one of those. So I'm not going to necessarily pinch that. Let's have a look. Morning. Gillian started the prep work for cards. Good. Will you share the pouch measurements on my blog? And you've not started the Christmas, but you're very excited to start. I won't put them on my blog. I will pop them on, I will do at some point, but I've already written my blogs for this week. So I might put them up next week, but I will put them in the description here. I'll go on and I'll edit this and I'll put them in the description, because they're really quite easy to do. I might just take a picture of that. If I just take a picture of that, would that help? That might help, mightn't it? So let's talk about closures and how we get these sorted. So this one that I made, here's one I made earlier, True Blue Peter fashion. The easiest closure that Rhonda taught me was, our paper is so nice and thick, our paper, so it might just need a little bit extra squishing just to make sure it's squishing down. You could of course score both of those sides if you felt like it, but that's a bit tricky for me. So the easiest way to close it is to cut a circle. So I just punched a circle from a 2 1/4 inch circle punch. Oh, she says, making a nasty noise. So here's one I made earlier in red as well. So it's just the 2 1/4 inch circle punch. Okay, or you could use your dies if you don't have a punch. And I thought I would just pop those on. I might even do the red one, and then I was going to stick a couple of mittens on it because that kind of matches with that. Actually, I like the red one better for that. So you're going to fold that in half like this. Okay, you can burnish it if you want, it doesn't really matter. There we go. A picture of template would be fab. Excellent, good. Hello Lisa, how are you? Are you good? So that's going to go on there like that. Now obviously you need to fill it with your treats before you close it up. Just saying. Okay, so I'm only going to be decorating one side of my thingy today, and then I will close it up once I've got something in it. So for these little embellishments, glue dots are your friend. So we'll pop a little glue dot on there, and we'll put one mitten that way near the top and one mitten this way. Oops, oh no, missed that glue dot. There we go. No, come on, you have to kind of help them off the paper sometimes. One mitten that way, one mitten that way. Look at that. Is that the right way around, or have I got that around the wrong way? That might be the reason there's an issue. Oh look, I have got it around the wrong way. There we go. Good job with glue dots on felt. So there's my little hands. Little mittens, aren't they cute? Oh dear. Oh no, Suzanne, your floor has to be relaid. Oh, that's not good. Oh, hey, Sheila's joined. Hello, Sheila. Okay, so that, oh, hang on. What's happened there? Where's my glue dot gone? Well, obviously it didn't come off. Dearie me. So honestly, glue dots are your friend with felt, even though I know I'm struggling, but they are the best thing. You don't want to be putting glue on that. Okay, so that's that. And then I think it needs a little sentiment, don't you think? I think so. So this will be where we will bring out some of my little scrappy bits of white. And I like, we've got celebrate the season, season's greetings. Well, I mean, you could have any of these, couldn't you? Oh, what yum. That's nice. Blessed Christmas wishes, peace and happiness, Christmas cheer. Let's go with Christmas cheer, because I know that one definitely fits into the little label punch, classic label. And then I'm going to go blueberry bushel, because I think we just need a bit of blue to lift that up. And the good thing is it's got all these colours in, so it looks great. So pop a bit of blueberry bushel on there. Doesn't matter if it's straight, although, God, actually that's not bad. I'd have been happy with that if I'd have tried to put it straight, but I didn't have to put it straight, and it goes straight. Isn't that just the way? And then we'll just pop this out here. Christmas cheer. Make sure that's straight. There we go. And you could add some little rhinestones to it, okay? And you all know, hopefully everyone who's got my treats on Treat Tuesday know that I've been chatting and talking about this this sweet. Was it last week? I think I put it out last week. Yeah, so I'm saying, because I'm not doing any classes this month, if you you could do this as a class at home. So I know that you all like to have me around, obviously, why wouldn't you? But you know, I've been taken over by my retreat ladies this month, and I know that that upsets some of you. So what you could do is you could do this at home. So you could follow along with this at home, and I will be posting up some more different card ideas this week. And if you buy the papers and the embellishment kit, and I think I just said the papers and the embellishment kit, something like that, I'll send you a packet of these red rhinestones so that you can finish off your projects. I think that's a pretty good deal. So that's just one of the offers I've got going this month. Obviously you need to use my host code, that would be good. But I've ordered a whole bunch of these things already so that they're on their way, so you don't have to wait for the end of the month. So if you want to take me up on that offer, then you know what to do. Read my Treats on Tuesday email and then go shop. Now I've taken all of those off and I'm not ready to put it down yet, am I? Because I want to put it across there, I think. Well, maybe I could just pop it now. I think it needs to go across there, and that needs to be stuck. So I'm going to just stick one side of my little circle. So just stick one side, wait until you've filled it for the rest of it to go in, and then you can stick the other side down. Now, if you want them to be able to open it without ripping the top off, which is basically what they'll have to do otherwise, okay, And I know some of you like to think that they might want to keep your little gift thingy, which they might. Then the best thing to do is to pop just like a little glue dot, and then it'll pop out a lot easier, and they won't have to rip it to shreds if they open it from the back. So then you can just tell them, open it from the back. There we go. So there's two cute little mittens with Christmas cheer on a little pouch. They're cute, aren't they? And how long did that take? Oh, Carol can't hear anything. Oh, shame, Carol. Okay. Well, hopefully you'll be able to hear it later. So yeah, so there's that little pouch. Okay. And I did put all the directions as I said up earlier, so we'll go with some of those. Now this one, but if she can't hear, I'll have to do a picture. So yeah, we'll do that. We have some clips. We've got some mini library clips which would actually work better with this because they're white in the catalogue at the moment, but I don't have any. I don't know why. It's very remiss of me. So I've got last year's library clips here because I do tend to collect stuff. Or you could use a little peg. Shall I show you my little box of little clippy things? Don't judge, okay? But I have quite a lot of clippy things. So different coloured ones of those, different ones of these. These are the mini library clips, okay? So I could have blagged my way here and said, look, this is one of the little mini library clips, but I think this came in a kit and they decided they liked them so much. I think they're almost identical to the new ones. They do silver and white. Okay, silver's better actually, I'm going to go with that. Or you could have some pegs. We've done masses of pegs over the years. And I keep them all, obviously. That one would look nice with that, wouldn't it? Black one. Let's do that. So there you go. That's a little insight into how I keep all my little bits and pieces that are closures. Okay. Now then, what are we going to do with this one? So this one, obviously, it's just a clip. So what we really want is just a little tag to fit in there. So if you have the small, where are we? This little tag. Oh, no, that's got something on it I didn't expect. Hang on, where is it? We've got these two. So we've got the 1 3/8 circle and the 1/8 circle. Okay, so these make good little things if you can pop them together. So we need something small, a small piece of whisper white to stamp on, which I do have here somewhere. Where did I put that? Come on, come out, wherever you are. Here we go. So, something like, it's got to be small enough to fit in there. Okay, that's what you're looking for, something small enough to fit in that hole. There we go. So the best way to work out whether it will fit in the hole or not is to actually punch it out. Okay, and it sounds really easy, but so many people struggle and don't bother doing this, me included, to start off with. So we know that Oh What Yum will definitely fit in there. Have a Sugar Sprinkled Season will also just about fit in there, but it's you can tell it's pretty tight, but it will fit, so that's good. Very Merry will fit. Believe. No Peeking Till Christmas absolutely will fit. I quite like that. No Peeking Till Christmas. Let's do that one. So oh, we haven't even opened this one. Oh, we'll have to put this one on. Okay. Now I'm so used to having the words on the back of my stamps, I can't actually do it. Well, I can, but I much prefer stamping with the words on the back. No Peeking Till Christmas. Here we go. So I'm ever so glad they brought these out. How are you doing? We've heard nothing since Carol said that she can't hear anything. I'm hoping that you're all there still just watching away, munching your lunch, going to snoozy buys if you're in Australia. There we go. So that will go on, and then that will pop on with that one. Now, let us see. I would like, I think, to do a blueberry bushel background. So let's get a bit of this. I don't know if it will fit now. Will it fit in there? I think that one's probably dead, but you know, it'll go back because you never know. There could be something small that might fit in there. Like if I had the itty bitty punches that go with the itty bitty stamps, I could do a snowflake with it, but I don't have those either, because again, you've got to just go with what you can afford, can't you? Or in my case, what I can fit in, really. Oh, Cat's got a dash off. Oh, I'm glad you like them. Good. Good, good, good. Now I could be brave and pop that, in fact, yeah, that would work. I could just pop that straight on there. So let's have a look. What other colours have we got that match? Let's do a shaded spruce. A spruce. Let's do a shaded spruce. There we go. I hope you're not going to work too hard this afternoon, Cat. I bet she is. So we'll pop that on there. There we go. Come out all right. Then while that's drying, because you do need to give it a minute or so. Well, not a minute or so, a couple of seconds really, but you know, by the time I've gassed a bit, it'll be a minute. And then pop that out there. You could add ribbon. There's a lovely like fluffy ribbon, which I do have, but it's not on my desk at the moment. I don't know why, that was an omission. So we do have some lovely red fluffy ribbon that could go with this. And then let's do another little rhinestone. But I mean, you could stamp and punch literally hundreds of these so quickly and so easily. It really wouldn't take you a very long time at all. And then you've got loads of little Christmas gifts. I mean, great for in the workplace, gifts for friends, especially because people don't like to give a lot these days. Do you know what I mean? You don't want a lot of packaging and a lot of wastage, especially in these days of, you know, worrying about the environment and stuff. Now, I will say that our glittered paper you can't put in recycling because it's got glitter on it, which is a shame. But everything else you can. So like all our normal cardstock can go and be recycled. That's fine. There we go. And then you just literally slot that little thingy up there. In fact, we could probably go with another little rhinestone on top of that, I reckon. There we go. Pop another little rhinestone on top of that, just because we can. And because I like these little rhinestones, they're very cute. There we go. No peeking till Christmas. There's another little package, and that one you don't have to worry about because you can open it again, get inside it, put something in, which is why you have to tell them to not peek, because obviously they could peek because it could be opened, but we'll hope that they'd be good people and not peek. And then just slide that up there like that. There we go. So that's that one. And then for this one, we'd need another circle again. So I think I might use the grey on this one, see how this works. This time we could just hold that down with a clip. Now, if you don't squeeze the sides in, see you get left these big holes where, quite frankly, anyone can see what's going on. So you do need to squeeze your sides in. But if you just do it from the top, it works fine. Okay, so just squeeze your sides in, pop that over the top and hold it together. Now, if you only put like a little clip like I am here, then it doesn't hold it quite so securely, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's only a little bit of a hole where people could look in and see. And anyway, it's only a little treat, isn't it? It's not like it's their thingy. Sheila says, oh, that's how you do it. No need to pay someone to do it for me. No, absolutely. It's very easy to put your labels on. So you just have to make sure that you have the right label, and then there's these two like bits that flick up, and you just undo each one of those. And I always find, Sheila, if I do it upside down, it works better for my brain. I have no idea why. Maybe because it's a bit more wibbly wobbly at this side. So that's the right way up, very merry. But I find that if I peel these off, sorry, I thought you'd seen my earlier demo on this. And then make sure you take this bit off, otherwise it sticks to the paper and then that doesn't help anybody. And then you just line them up. And I find doing it from the top downwards, I get more bobbly bits normally. And that helps me to line it up. And there you go. Very simple. Very simple. Okay, so that's that then bit done. That's a bit of an aside. So let's have a look at what else we've got in our little embellishment kit that we could use. I quite like the idea that underneath all these hats is actually a snowman. So my thought was that if we had a white circle, but it needs to be a plain circle, so a 1-inch plain white circle, that'd be enough, wouldn't it? I think. Okay, we might have to put him on a bigger circle, but let's start with this for now. But if you get your little embellishment box out, you can make yourself a snowman, because you've got his eyes and you've got his nose. So we can put two coal eyes, one there, so cute, and one there. And then you can just put his nose on. Now his nose you might need to lift a bit differently, because it's not really a slidey nose, it's more of a picky offy nose. There we go. Look at that. See? Immediately everybody knows what that is, don't they? It's a snowman. Now you could put little ones down here for a smile as well if you wanted to, but I don't think it really needs it, to be honest. Everybody knows that's a snowman, especially for a little thing like this. And then you can put a little hat on him, because of course all the hats that are in here fit the little snowman. So we could do like a little red hat, little red bobble hat. There we go. Look at that. He's off to school, isn't he, with that little hat on? So cute. So cute. Okay. Getting a little bit carried away with my little snowman. But isn't he gorgeous? You've got to admit he's gorgeous. So the question is then, how do we attach him to this? So I'm thinking that we would put him up on a dimensional sort of there-ish, put his hat at a jaunty angle, and then we can still attach him with a paper clip with a peg, or you could stick him down as before. So we'll just pop him up. I think this embellishment kit's going to be brilliant, and I've got some more cards to show you at a later date. Something's flicking here. No? I feel like a light's flickering, so I apologise if it is. I thought it was maybe just my eyes, but now I'm just going to pop him down there like that. Lift the hat up as well, so the hat needs to go on dimensionals. There we go. Oh, I'm coming too far forward. Let's come back here a minute. Oh, my hands look a funny colour today. I don't know why. I put the contrasty thingy up. There we go. Yeah, a bit further down. There we go. So there's his little hat. His little bobble hat to match the hats that are on the papers. Pop that in there. Almost looks like he's got something sticking out of his head. I might not do the black. Yes, I might not do the black. I might just stick him down like I did the other one. But you see what I mean? You could do all kinds of different things. So you've got your mittens, you've got your little hats, you've got just sentiments, or you've got an open box which you could then do whatever you liked with. What do you think? You like? Lovely containers, says Carol. That's nice. Good, good. And it's not flickering on your iPad. Well, that's good to know. The other thing you could do is you could add some strips of that lovely washi tape to it, you know, whatever you wanted. So those are my little boxes. So I think they're very cute. I really do like those. And now what we'll do is we'll move on to a card, because I promised you I'd do a card, matching card. So this one's really simple, and I've pretty much done everything already, because I knew that I would spend half the time talking about my little boxes. So let me have a swig of tea. Hold on, bear with. Thank you for all my likes and stuff. Super cute, says Lisa. Nice for Christmas tree. Yes, absolutely. Punch a hole in them, stick them on the Christmas tree. Perfect. Especially this little cutie would be great on the Christmas tree. Okay, so from some of the paper, let me show you this again. One of the papers that we have, this one, is it this one? Yes, this one. Get confused. Has these lovely rows of snowmen. Okay, and I've seen loads and loads of cards with snowmen chopped out and whatever. And I have to say, I went to team training last week, and two girls crafting. Yes, Carrie and Jill did some beautiful cards with this. So I was inspired. I've not cased their cards because I promised them I wouldn't, because obviously they're doing it for their own things, but I have been inspired by them and also by other things I've seen on Pinterest, stuff that I'd already wanted to do in my own head. So I'm going to make more cards with this, but two of the cards that I wanted to make sort of came to me as I was creating, and also because I rummaged in my little bit box, you know, my little, this, you know, I've got this little thing of bits, right? So, and in there I had some of these which we'd cut out because we'd done a frame using some Coastal Cabana. So I thought, aha, what can I do with that? So I cut another frame out in Whisper White, and then I cut out one of the little snowmen like that. Isn't he cute? And then I thought he needs a good background, so we'll pop him on some trees because snowmen are in trees, right? And then we can either have them at the top of the trees or at the, I think actually maybe at the bottom of the trees would look better. And then we'll just pop a little sentiment on top. And that, quite frankly, isn't that easy? So that's what I thought about doing, or maybe this way around, I'm not quite sure. And then I thought, actually, that's such an easy thing. And this has got the tree embossing folder on the back. But what if you don't have the tree embossing folder? I always like to share with other people who don't necessarily have everything. Well, you might have the swirls and curls one, and we might want to do a card this way round. And funnily enough, it fits just perfectly. So we could pop it on this way round. This time I've used the one all wrapped up in lovely, snuggly scarves. And then you could pop the sentiment that. I actually think this one works better, but that's just me. That's the easy way. I have to fussy cut all my snowmen. Yes, I know, but you don't have, I thought you had the punch. I thought you had the punch, Sheila, but never mind. Yes, you can wind back and see how I made the boxes. It's really simple. I'm going to put the instructions, but it's literally a piece of 6x6, and you score in at 1 inch on both sides, and then at 2.5 and 2.5 and 3.5, and that makes this one. Okay, and then I'll put the other measurements up, which is really easy. 1.5 on each side, and then 2.25 and 3.25. So this would be 1.5, 1.5, 2.25, 3.75. So they're very simple, and that's it. And then you just cut up the sides and you're done. Really easy to make boxes. However, so these are the cards that I thought I would make. I'm not sure if I'm going to add ribbon. This is my one. I'll put that on the one card base. That one goes on that one. This is the one thing that I do need to sort out as to whether I'm going to put ribbon on. So, as I said, we do have, oh, she says, stretching down. We do have the fluffy red ribbon, but since it's going on white, I thought the white polka dot ribbon would look like snow. Much more like this, wouldn't it? Don't you think? Look at that. That looks like a bit of snow at the background. So I think the polka dot ribbon is good, and I like the polka dot because it ties nicely and you can put it in a nice bow or whatever you want to do. So we'll be playing with this. So the first thing I would say is that these are quite thin because they're paper. So put these guys flat onto your card. Okay, don't try and stand this up unless you're going to back it with some cardstock. So I'm going to pop him straight down on here, and I just took off enough to make him fit within the, it's about 7 centimeters to fit him inside, whoops, inside the rectangle dies, our rectangle dies. And then I'm going to pop him up, but guess what I haven't got? I haven't got any of my large dimensionals. All I've got is M's. Dear me. Honestly, I go through these things. I wonder why, because I don't like soggy middles, that's why. So we're just going to chop these up and we'll go with that. So we won't have soggy middles again here. There we go. Like that, like that, like that. There we go. And because we're putting the top layer up on dimensionals, it means the bottom layer can sit straight over the ribbon. So that also makes it easier in some ways too. Otherwise you've got to work out where the ribbon's going and accommodate the dimensionals. Although not so much with the polka dot because it's really small. But if you had a thicker ribbon, you need to work out where it's going so it doesn't have a bulge. Okay. Pop that on there, like so. There we go. That's cute. And then, Sorry, I get excited by anything to do with Christmas, really. Probably why the Christmas retreats are my favourite of the year. So I get a bit excited. Now, I could go all the way around and tie it in a bow or a knot, couldn't I? I want to know whether to put, I'm kind of thinking I like the obviously not over that, obviously under that, I'm just finding the place for it. I like the idea of the knot in the middle, you see. So this is the easiest way. Normally I'd say chop it off, don't put all that on there, blah, blah, blah. But if you want to fit it in a particular place, it's easier if we then, there we go, if we pop that there like that, that'll fit there like that. We can chop those ends off like that. And then either that can go there or even there. What do we think? Or was it better just as flat? Or maybe it was... Oh, decisions, because that's quite bulky now, isn't it? Yeah, let's take it off. Let's try it again. I can see now I've got it. I can always put it back on again. That's what I like. Let's try it as flat. How does that look? Come on. Flat, flat, flat. Give me some help, girls. I think I need it, and boys, if you're watching. I think I need it flat, just for the sentiment, really. Unless I put the sentiment up or down. Or I could put it down. That doesn't look too bad. And then I could go with a twisty one. Quite like putting it down. To knot or not to knot? That is the question. And that's the good thing if you just sort of make, if you just sort of try things out. Never put anything down until you know where you want it to go. There we go. That's about right, I think. We could pop that on there, pop that on there, and then pop that on there. That doesn't look, that looks quite nice. What do we think? Thoughts, anybody? You like the knock, Sheila? Because you made 2 bows yesterday, but you haven't decided where to put them. Yes, well, that is the problem with bows, isn't it? I quite like that knot too. I think we're going to go with the knot. Okay, so now the knot is on. We don't need to worry about the knot anymore. We'll just leave that where it is, and then we'll put the snowman around it, as it were. And because we're going to be using Tombow glue, that will hold the ribbon in place too. So it's like a twofer. You get a 2-for-1 on this. You get to hold the ribbon down and put your snowman in place. There we go. It's making him slightly bobbly, but I reckon he'll hold it. He'll hold his own in a moment. And we'll get used to it. Oh, the dustmen have just turned up, so I apologise if it's noisy. Hopefully not too noisy. Okay. Oh, I see ribbon's gone for flat. There's an argument brewing. But I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to stamp on my sentiment. And the sentiment I'm going to stamp in shaded spruce because I think that matches his scarf and his little bobble on his hat. And then what should we go for this? Let's see, what have we got? We've got no peeking till Christmas again. Oh, we've got Happy Christmas. I like Happy Christmas. We like that, don't we? That would fit nicely in there. Any of these would fit in there. Oh, that one would fit in there. That's also nice. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Maybe we'll do both of those. We'll try one on one card and one on the other. That one and that one. Because sometimes having a bit of gap is good. Sometimes having it a bit closer is good. It just depends on how you're feeling. So let's put that one on there like that. My Happy Christmas is slightly worse for wear at the end, but it's recovering. I think whoops, I tried to peel it off too quickly. There we go. You do have to be careful with that. See, Happy Christmas will fit, but that will also fit. So let's try this one. This is where we hope that it is actually straight. I think this one is actually, it's not too bad. There we go. Oh, that's pretty good. It's a little bit over this way, but that's all right because the ribbon will be on this side. So that's fine. I think we'll do Happy Christmas for the other one. And we'll still go with shaded spruce because it looks nice. So it's a nice colour. It stands out nicely. There we go. There we go. Either one works, really, I think. It depends on how much you want to say and how much you prefer Happy Christmas to Merry Christmas, because there's a whole debate raging about which one's right and which one's wrong. So we'll do the scarf as Merry Christmas. I'm going to leave those larger ones, so we're going to go small. And then, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just feel like I have to put more of these on. So, because, you know, soggy riddles. There we go. And then it just means I've got to pick them off. But yes, I think personally I'm okay with Merry Christmas. I think I am more of a Happy Christmas. I think that's just if I was saying, oh, Happy Christmas to somebody, that's what I would say. I wouldn't say, oh, Merry Christmas, you know, have a nice day or whatever. That's just not me. Although somebody did say to me that actually Merry Christmas was the original English that went over with the colonies, and that actually the American people have kept the original traditional saying, and it's the UK people who veered off to say Happy Christmas instead. So there you go. Who knows? Who knows who's right? And at this point, really, who cares? We can have either, we can have both. I think they're both okay. Right, so I'll put this down here, like so. And then I'm going to trim this, obviously, because it's a little bit too funky. Trim it down. There we go. So that's the first of our cards that matches. What do we think? Do we like? Give us some thumbs up and some love, because apart from Linda and Sheila, you've all disappeared. Well, that's okay though, because you might be going to bed or you might be off to work, and because it is now getting on a bit. I've been gossiping far too long. Okay, let's keep this one quick. So this one's going to be very similar in terms of putting it all together. Oh, look, I had a like there. Thank you. So again, just a smidgy of glue. Pop it on there. There we go. And then we'll stick that one up again. This one I'm not going to put any ribbon behind it. I'm going to leave this one just going to leave this one sort of straight against the red without a break. Oh, I really need some more of those. Where's the rest of my dimensionals gone? I have lots and lots of minis for some reason, and not so many of the others. I must have taken them out for something. Oh, here we go. I've got some more ends. I'm sure I've put them in my glue bag. That's what it is. Take it to class. Always the way. Oh, although these are slightly, oh no, they're slightly different in height. Oh no, can't do that. Can't do that. Can't have them different heights. That'll really confuse everything. Right, bear with me a second. I'm going to go and grab my little bag. Hold on. Yes, I see. I took them with me because I was demoing on Friday, and I haven't put them back again. Here we go. Normally I've got sheets of these all over the place, but this year I decided to take them with me. Okay. Here's one that's decided to try and escape. Oh no, that's really not good now. No, let's get rid of that. There we go. Right. Here we go. Now we're happy. Oh, my laptop's decided to start going a bit wizzy. What's all of that? Obviously, Facebook's having a good old time of it. There we go. And Linda, for you, just for you, we'll put the ribbon flat on this one. How's that? Because I like to have, you know, equal bits. So I don't know, shall I do it behind him or behind the sentiment? I think you said before, flat behind him, like that. And then we could put the sentiment down there, or I could put this behind the sentiment and just have him there, or even above. We liked him above, actually, didn't we? We thought he looked quite good up there. So come on, give me some ideas, Linda. What do you fancy? Okay. Aha. So Suzanne says use I stole my dimensionals in the large, I guess, not stole, my dimensionals in the large case and box, stamp box. And they work out and scrap it. And they work out and scrap it, and they're there. Okay, I think I understand what you're trying to say, Suzanne. I think you're saying that you store them in your large stamp case, an empty stamp case. Good plan. Mine normally, yeah, see, I don't like that. I prefer that up there. Mine normally sit in my little desk drawer. I have a drawer that's just the right size. It's tiny. It's only about 1 inch deep. And they sit there ready for me to use, but I've been taking them out and about. You like the ribbon around the snowman. Linda like, okay, now is that like this? Can you say with the sentiment on top? That would be helpful. Either way, I'm going to chop it because it's a little bit too long. So we'll do that and we'll chop that down. Oh, you're doing voice to text recognition, are you, Suzanne? Yeah, that's never going to work. I think, Linda, you're saying like this with the sentiment at the top. Yes, good. Okay, so Linda's choice for this one. So we will turn that over. And this time I will use a bit of my snail, just because it makes it so much easier for when you're applying ribbon. Pop that on there. Pop that one over. Pop that one over. And then adjust as necessary. There we go. And then that will fit in there nice. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so now let's pop this down on my card base. And obviously this is a portrait card, so it's going this way. And I still put, as I say, glue over the ribbon just to keep it in place. I mean, to be honest, it always does keep it in place, but yeah, I'm always a bit anal about things like that. Just want to make sure it's going to stay. There we go. So that's that. There we go. Yes, okay, if you're watching on recording, I will put this up on Facebook, but I've found that if I leave it about a month, then rather it taking an hour and a half and then failing every time to download my Facebook Lives onto my laptop so I can upload them to YouTube, it takes me 30 seconds. So, for example, the one I did last month with the new wonder and the little fairy, that's what's going up tomorrow because it downloaded in 30 seconds flat, whereas last month I tried to download it and it wouldn't download. It kept failing. So I don't know, it's something to do with Facebook and how they store their videos, I think, and then over time they obviously strip out lots of information and store it really lightweight, and once it's stored lightweight then I can go on and grab it, but until then I have to leave it on Facebook. So we'll do that, but it will be on YouTube at some point, and therefore I will have a blog post with it written. Now I'm putting these quite close to the edge because if you'll notice the ribbon goes pretty much top to bottom, and I do want to try and see if I can't hold the ribbon down a little bit on the front with my sentiment. So do that, and then he needs to go straight over there, straight on there, like that. There we go. And then he needs bling, obviously, so I've got some bling on. So I think some random ones of these. Can I do random so that they look a bit like snow, really? I'm thinking a bit like snow. Maybe up there and down there. That's sort of okay-ish, don't you think? I think. I might have to add a few more, make it look even better. Just because I think the Happy Christmas needs filling up a little bit. I might just make these in the corners and then a couple of extras. Because I can't do random, but there you go. In fact, that would look much better if it wasn't random and it was over there. Oh, look at me. I just can't do it. Everyone says, oh, go random. Oh, no, but then that won't fit. We'll see. Might leave that one. No, leave it. Step away from the rhinestones bit. Oh dear, that's my OCD coming out. Right, so there we go. I have been waffling on for far too long. But I do think that they make, you know, a nice Christmas card and gift box to go with them. I mean, they're just so cute, aren't they? Look at all these. So cute. And then this one like this as well. So there we go. So the Let It Snow scene suite does not necessarily have to need odd numbers. Yeah, I know, but 6 is, it kind of works. But yes, the Let It Snow definitely is a beautiful suite. And if you want the stamps and the punch, great, go for it. But if you don't necessarily want a snowman builder in your life, which, you know, you can or can't have, maybe not, you don't have to. I think if you get the papers and you get some matching cardstock and you get the embellishment kit is so cute with these little noses and whatever. And you can add, so for example, later on, I'm going to be making a card. Like, you can see how much I've been chopping. Okay, I'm pre-cutting and getting everything ready, right? But here's a card, or a card front in the making. All she needs, right, and it's a girl obviously because it's a husband and wife, but all she needs is a hat and some arms. And guess where you get a hat and arms? You get them from the embellishment kit. So you can pop all of those onto the actual papers as well, and it just makes it extra special. So there you go. That's my Let It Snow Moody Monday. Hope I've cheered you up a little bit. I know I haven't got classes this month other than my retreat and my card and a cuppa on Wednesday. But if you do want to pop an order in, as I say, if you buy the papers and the embellishment kit, I think it was the papers and the embellishment kit, and that was it. And it's in my little notice. Then you'll get some of these free from me. So that'll be nice. I'll pop the dimensions, a picture up of the dimensions. And yeah, join me again next week. I'll be back again doing more Moody Monday. We'll be doing something a little bit different. I don't know what we're going to be doing next week. It will come to me. Maybe something autumnal. Who knows? Anyway, have a lovely week, everybody. And I hope that this has cheered you up on your Monday, and that you will have a nice week and get some Christmas crafting done. Alrighty. You take care now. See you later. Bye.